Greetings once again, wizards out there. Duuz-Diz-Din back with another chapter of Fairy Tale, The 100 Years Quest, where previously, as Urza was fighting Wed of Fire and Flame, Natsu was having a meeting with his brother Ignia, who wished to have him join Fire and Flame and participate in the new, true Dragon King Festival. And if you know anything about the previous Dragon King festivals, well, it means a lot of death. Naturally, Natsu's not on board. And as Ignia's like, well, if you're not with me, then you're against me. Suddenly, a column of black light bursts into the Fire and Flame Guild. And who should stand revealed? None other than a new black wizard, none other than Ferris of Earthland. And if she's as powerful as her Elantir counterpart, he just might have it in her to be the new Xerath. And we already know how powerful Xerath could get. But what is this version of Ferris truly after? Join me as I find out, won't you? Alright, Fairy Tale, The 100 Years Quest, Chapter 163, Black Will. Big Willie Stall is here? Then again, Will Smith hasn't really been the best thing around in quite some time. Moving on. The cover you have Mira Jane and Jenny of the Blue Pegasus Guild. I wonder why they started doing these interesting pairings for the cover pages. In some cases, it's characters who I don't know if we'd ever see meet, and in other cases, it's characters who are either rivals or friends. I wonder what the impotence for all this is. Maybe things are drawing to a close? I wonder. Alright, the new Black Wizard Ferris stands revealed to the Fire and Flame Guild as well as Natsu. Although Natsu suddenly perks up when he says, Ferris, you're Ferris. You seem awfully different. Thinking of the Ferris from Elantir, and this Ferris just still has a sinister grin on her face. Natsu then thinks, oh, you the Ferris from Adolas? Brian questions, didn't the magic of that world go rip-rip? Lekka then says, yeah, heard you can't use magic there. It's weird how many people know about the parallel world. The Black Wizard Ferris tells them, many worlds exist in this universe, and they are said to all contain versions of the same people. For example, the Mia of Adolis is merely a girl living in the countryside, and the Mia of Elantir is a white-shrined maiden who harmonizes her world's magic. Natsu then questions, what do you mean? Ferris tells him that I am the Ferris of Earthland. But Ignia kind of dismisses her, saying, hey, I don't care who you are. But I don't want you here. You a black wizard? Xerath's dead. Acnologia, too. I'm not quite sure why, but Natsu and the Signario sisters act shocked to hear the name Acnologia. Then still thinking of Xerath, Natsu turns to Ferris and asks, now that you mention it, why do you feel like Acnologia? Ferris tells him, I am a black wizard and black magic dragon. Pitch Blackwing. Don't tell me he has Dragon Slayer abilities. Ignia ignites his fist saying, you're pretty interesting, but I'm right in the middle of talking about something important with Natsu. Natsu, ever clueless, says, huh? You are? And as Ignia gets ready to attack, he says, could you stay out of our way? Ferris lifts her hand saying, you're scared of Acnologia, aren't you? And the two then clash in a blast of fire and black magic as Ferris's sleeve rips off, revealing a black hand, a large black hand. Their power blasts out of the sides of the Fire and Flame Guild as the members do their best to shield themselves. Ferris and Ignia grin at each other. What the hell? Oh, this is kind of like in Dead Rock, although her hand looks more mechanical. Ferris's left arm reveals what looks like a mechanical version of Acnologia's hand. The heck? What did she do? Ignia and Natsu stand shocked as Natsu questions that left arm. That arm. Oh, I forgot about this. Ferris dismisses him as we see a flashback. I forgot when Ignia ripped off Acnologia's left arm. He didn't have an arm after that point. Oh, I never even considered that we'd address that. Ferris tells Natsu, your father, Igniel, bit off Acnologia's left arm, and it gave me power. The power of black darkness. I am Acnologia's will embodied, the one who will destroy everything. Incorporated Acnologia's left arm into herself. Oh, he's definitely a dark wizard. Shoot, who knows? She probably might not have even been that powerful before. But after doing this, no wonder she has power behind her. But would just having Acnologia's arm really make her this much more powerful? Ignia's look of shock turns into a very stern expression. He then coldly turns to the sister saying, do it, Signaria sisters. And he says yes. And Lucio cheerfully says, on it. They hold their hands out towards each other, and a flame bursts between them, and then suddenly they're engulfed in some kind of fire. Natsu looks on shocked, while Ferris has a very stern look on her face. Oh, and then the entirety of Fire and Flame is engulfed in fire. Ignia smiles, saying, the true Dragon King festival is already beginning. Natsu looks around them, questioning, what's this? Ferris continues to watch silently, as everything seems to be engulfed in flame. Ignia tells him, hey Natsu, in your country they call defeating the 5 dragon gods the 100 Years Quest, because it's been 100 years and nobody's been able to defeat us. Natsu questions, huh? Ignia goes on saying, and you sealed 4 of them away. Seems impossible, right? You could only do it because they never fought you for real. I mean, he actually has a point. It did seem like a lot of them were nerfed in some way, shape, or form. But Natsu kind of comes to a startling realization as Ignia tells him, Dogramag had roots all over this continent, and he suppressed my power too. It was all for this day. And as the Signario sisters' ability continues to roar forth, Ferris comes to a realization saying, dragonization magic? So are they all turning into dragons? As Natsu questions what, a powerful beam of light erupts from Fire and Flame. Oh, we see 4 columns of light erupt across Giltina. Oh, is she unleashing some kind of power within them? And he first said dragonization, but they're already dragons. We cut to the Wizard Guild Diablos, where light starts to emit from Celine, who's panicking, saying, what? Daku calls out to Celine. Kyrie questions what's going on. While Manmo comments, you're glowing, child. Oh, we haven't been here in a while. Cut to the city of Ermina, where the people say, no way, no way. What's going on? The water dragon god, oh no. Karamia panics, saying, Mercuphobia, why did you turn into your dragon form? As Mercuphobia rises from a building, destroying it. Water blasting all around him. Okay, so is what this is, I guess it kind of makes a certain degree of sense. There's only so many dragons left, the most powerful being the dragon gods. But one thing I have noticed that a lot of people have noted, the dragon gods, while they were powerful, didn't seem as powerful as an Acnologia. But, like I said before, there were various ways in which they felt like they had been nerfed to some degree. Mercuphobia had the whole situation with the Alantir Ferris, the White Wizard, and all that stuff. Alderaan was dormant, and he kind of just had to go across his body in order to defeat the various different cores and stuff to get him taken care of. Dogramag was basically dead and said to be the weakest member. Varnis was kind of tough, but we just injected all the magical power into Natsu and managed to take him down. Celine was definitely strong, and was ultimately Ignia who defeated her, but there were always extenuating circumstances for why a dragon god usually got beaten. Either they had just reawoken, or they underestimated our heroes, or they were being controlled, or something. There was always something. But it never felt like they were unbeatable. But now to know that there was something out there suppressing their ability, it also kind of makes a certain degree of sense, because if there wasn't, why is Giltina still standing? Honestly. Why did they only remain in Giltina? Why did they not spread out to more places? Why did they only remain on this continent for 100 years? Maybe there was something trapping them, containing them there. That makes a lot more sense. Because we know that Elf and Sarah set up a whole bunch of stuff in order to defeat these entities. I mean, it makes sense why he posted the 100 Years quest. But there were 4 beams of light. The only dragon gods remaining are Ignia, Mercuphobia, and Selene. As we saw here, is that other beam of light where Elf and Sarah is? Or maybe where Dogramab remains? Because it couldn't be Vernus, he's definitely gone. Unless some part of Alderaan still exists. I know we saw 4 beams of light. And is it just to have them run rampant to start killing people? I don't know. It feels like there should be more to Ignia's plan than that. Is it a situation where the dragon god's power will run rampant and they'll just lose control of themselves? Because Mercuphobia is one thing. To even have Selene start rampaging to some degree. Or maybe Ignia even made a situation where they're under his command. I do wonder how Ferris will factor into all of this. I love the fact that they keep picking up loose plot threads. The idea of Agnologia's arm just being out there and then being used by someone. Because the way she's utilizing it is very similar to how Takeover would effectively be used. So if you use that concept, yeah, she could have the same powers as Agnologia now. Because you use Takeover magic, incorporate Agnologia into yourself, and acclimatize yourself to his power. And to be able to do that and not have the power take you over? That's interesting. I hope that's the case because, yeah, we've seen that with Elfman, Mira Jane, but that power could sometimes get the better of them. But she incorporated Agnologia into herself. Gee, I'm interested to see how she affects all of this. She says she wants destruction for the sake of destruction, but is that really it? How will this affect things going forward? I really do have to wonder. And Ignia's plan seems so grand and thought out to suddenly have a new black wizard to come in who's using the powers of Agnologia. It's like you got your peanut butter in my chocolate. You got the 2 greatest evils of fairy tale now combined into one being. How do you make that a side plot, man? Like, don't drop the ball on that, because that's an interesting concept. But I'm still interested in the Ignia stuff. I feel so stupid because I was commenting, man, it feels weird that we're just kind of about to wrap things up with the Ignia thing. But then you actually see his plan and it's pretty grandiose. But now you have Ferris here and it's like, okay, now I'm interested in where that's going to. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm more interested in. And I don't know how I'd feel if one interrupts the other too much. Because I kind of like how dangerous this is and where this could potentially be going. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the ride. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din and I hope to see you later. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.